So our best player is Matt Cullen. So I would probably put him as the prodigy or like the most talented one because it actually turns out that he actually doesn't know much about the game. He doesn't know what like half the champion skills do. So
Man, the guy does like whenever he like asks us like a question about like a champions, like he's of course the highest rated player on the team, but then he like would always ask us questions about like what champions like abilities would do.
that's pretty interesting, even though he's our highest ranked player.
But he had a very limited champion pool. He would only play Morgana mid or a couple 80 carries bottom.
I don't know. I would call him like the savant.
He's really strong when he's on the picks that he knows, but weaker on the ones he doesn't know.
He is half troll and half serious. You can't tell if he's like actually meaning what he's trying to say or if he's just trolling.
And it was extremely hard to like know when this guy was actually like asking a real question.
And that's something that I really like about him because it's just fun to be around with him.
Who else is on the team? Michael Lee, Audacity. I don't know. He would always engage for us. He's like Superman. He's always fly into the enemy team.
In League of Legends, there is a lot of fighting, and sometimes initiating fighting is not always a good idea. But for Michael, it's always a good idea. He always goes for the kills. So
He really likes to initiate, and he likes to go ham all the time, which is, I think, great. Sometimes we have really good initiates around him, and then sometimes he like dives too far, and we're like, why did you dive that?
Oh, I guess Michael's the one person that I would say is not like troll most of the time.
Michael's not the most vocal member of the team, but he's, I think, very opinionated, so...
He's very serious, and you know that he's serious, and he values teamwork a lot, so...
when he does have opinion, he speaks up, and I think that's really important.
Yeah, he's always going in for our team, so... Superman.
It's good to play with him.
Alan, I think, is kind of the Joker.
He's the most troll, I think. Yeah, Alan is definitely the most troll. Besides from Matt. He is so troll that you can't tell if he's trolling.
Kind of likes trolling around or like playing a lot of different things. He's fine to try new things, which is really nice to have someone to kind of like help fill in the gaps. And he makes a lot of jokes. That's good.
Well, you can tell he's trolling, but like you don't know if it's serious or not when he's trolling.
I mean, I know what adjective he would use to describe himself. Call himself fat. Yeah, that's like the only thing that really pops out, I guess.
and then we have Brendan is our mid laner, and I would say he's the most serious and organized one. He's actually a shot caller, so he makes all the big decisions.
I guess he's very supportive. Yeah. Like when we first started playing, he was playing support and I was playing mid. Then I didn't really like playing mid because of the ping change and all.
And he actually sacrificed a lot for the team. So.
And he was really supportive when I tried to make the change between like mid and support.
Brendan helped a lot in the development of our team.
Well, don't play normals with this guy expecting him to play support because he always picks really trolls. He's probably the biggest troll in normals. Like it's like, oh man, I can play Ahri support. Like, oh god.
Yeah, so William, I guess, is like our wild card. Kind of picked him up as a freshman, and that's really cool. He was challenger in season 3.
We have to put him as the Korean. he was very good at the game, but there are a couple things he always complains about. First of all, ping.
I didn't really like playing mid because of the ping change and all.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. Will's also our biggest rager, so...
I just feel like my whole teammates are trolls because we troll each other so much.
It's talking about like when there are interesting interactions that cause him to die. Other results, like he might get a little angry, but overall he's a very, very solid player.
And he was actually really good at support, like a lot better than we had expected.
And then finally for our sub Albert, we'll call him the one that's almost there.
So he's basically our coordinator for the CSL team. So that's one of the prerequisites you have to have.
He's actually just barely below the skill level of our team and the team that we usually play against.
I mean, he's my good friend before we started playing, and his nickname is the Professor.
And so basically what he does is he would like screenshot the games and report it to CSL and all the things like that.
Because he always makes very interesting choices.
Like, he's very calculating. He's actually like an encyclopedia on like everything. You ask him about like basketball, you ask him about like any game, he knows everything about it.
And he usually performs pretty well, but then he'll randomly make very interesting choices, such as trying to cast his ultimate when it's not up.
He loves the stats. He loves the macro game of like following all these different games, sports, looking at the numbers. Yeah, he's like a walking encyclopedia, and I really enjoy. I mean, I don't know as much stuff as he does about everything else, but League of Legends, I enjoy discussing a lot of macro game strategy with him.
So you can trust him to get things done.